What's good, y'all? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a simple athletic style sweater in just a few easy steps. Simple and intentional designs like the one we're going to be working on in today's video are great for those looking to improve their design skills and have a ton of customization potential for your brand or whatever it is that you may be working on. I hope you guys can learn something from this, so be sure to follow along and let's jump right into it. Before the video starts, I wanted to give you guys a look at my newest product, the supply bag. I designed it myself after going through a bunch of different bags that didn't really work with how I move day to day. It's made from 16-ounce stonewashed canvas, has 13 pockets with 2 laptop sleeves, and this front strap closure detail that keeps everything inside very secure. If you're a creator on the go or just someone who moves around a lot in general, it's absolutely essential and it's available now at quattrosupply.com. And now let's get back to our video. Getting started for today's canvas, we're going to be working with 4,000 pixels by 4,000 pixels at 300 dpi. And as always, when we're starting a new project, we want to make sure that we first set up that drawing guide. So let's go to our actions and then go to drawing guide, edit drawing guide, and then turn on symmetry. And it should create a line down the middle of our screen like that. So once we have our canvas set up, the next thing that I want to do is go ahead and select the mockup that we're going to be working with. For this concept, I think I want to work with the sweater front brush from Quattro's Tops. And I'm just going to place that down one time and make sure that's aligned to the center of my screen, just so we can keep everything on track. Once we have that down, we can rename this our outline layer. And on this outline layer here, I'm going to go to Quattro's brushes really quick and then go to the dry ink brush or any kind of brush. And I'm just gonna add a straight line in right here. And that's just gonna help us when we start adding in some details and color on this mockup, which we're gonna start doing now. So let's go ahead and duplicate this outline, and then we can lock this top layer down. And then we're gonna add a new layer in, make sure this new layer is underneath our outline layer. And then we're gonna select the color and then we're gonna select the base color for our mockup. So for the color of this mockup, I'm thinking of going for something like a chocolate kind of brown. So something right there looks pretty nice. And now what I want to do with this color layer and this outline is I want to pinch these together, and that's going to merge the two layers together. Okay, so now that we have these two layers merged, this is the mockup that we're working with, but of course we only want the color to show on our mockup and not our entire canvas. So in order to do that, we're going to go up here to our selection menu, and then we're going to be on automatic selection. And we're going to tap down one time on the outside of our mockup. And then from here, we can take it right off of our screen. And that's how we'd separate the mockup from our canvas and just leave the color on our mockup. So now going forward here, we can rename this our base layer, and we can add a new layer on top of that. So now we can start adding in some details that'll really emphasize the style of this athletic sweater design that we're working on here. On this layer, we can call this our stripes layer. And in Quattro's brushes, I do have a couple stripe options, for you to work with. But for this, I'm thinking we create some stripes that are a little bit larger. So I'm going to go to just a hard airbrush, and I want to make sure on a stripe layer we're selected to drawing assist. And what the drawing assist on does is it works off of that symmetry guide that we created when we first started out. So anything we do to one side, it'll copy over to the other side to just keep that same consistency. For the stripes, I'm thinking a rosy pinkish color, so maybe something like right about there. And now on our stripe layer, we want to go ahead and draw some lines out. So a quick tip when you're trying to draw a straight line is to just draw it out and then not pick up your pen and hold it at the end. And as we see here, it'll kind of straighten up, and then we can kind of tweak it and place it in any kind of angle we want to from here. But I think somewhere right about there looks nice. And we can also go to the top and edit our line and make it go kind of anywhere that we'd want it to go. And still on our stripe layer here, I'm going to change our color to white. Still on our hard airbrush, and I'm going to decrease the size a little bit to about 75 on our brush here. So now I'm going to draw out another line on top of our pink line, but leaving a slight space in between the two, just so we can get a nice bit of contrast and still show that brown base below. Now let's go back to this pink layer, and we're going to max out our size again and do this one more time just to complete this kind of 3 stripe detailing. And now we can kind of pull that there. And I think that's looking pretty nice so far. So now what we want to do is go ahead and turn this to clipping mask. So everything that we're doing clips directly to our mockup, and it's not going outside the bounds of our canvas like how it just was. So now that we have the stripes kind of laid out, what we can do is go ahead and start erasing any of these lines on our base, because we only want to see our stripes on our sleeves here. Now that our stripes look good, we're going to create another layer and rename this our numbers. Okay. And on this numbers layer now, I'm going to go to our actions again. And then I'm going to add in some text. This font that I'm working with is called NBA Spurs. I'll be sure to link it in the description below as well. But I'm going to go to our keyboard now, and I'm just going to type out a number. So for this, I'm just going to go with 24, and also tweak the size from here as well. I think that looks pretty nice. And then we're going to edit this, and I want this base number to be white. And now that we have that down, what we can do is duplicate this, and then we're going to tap on it, and then we're going to edit our text. and then we're going to edit our style. And then over here in our attributes, there's going to be this O that's kind of like an outline, and we're going to tap that O one time, and our numbers design should grow a little bit. And basically what that's doing is it's adding an outline to the numbers that we've created here, and we want this outline to of course show. So we're going to change that to that pink color that we've been working with. So what we can do is call this our 24 outline, just so we can keep all of our layers in order. So now I'm going to add our number to our sleeves as well, just some extra detailing. So let's go ahead and duplicate this 24, and then on this duplicated layer, let's move it out the way so we can see it, and we're going to press rasterize. And basically what that does is we can no longer live edit the text, like we can't change this number, but of course we can still do that with our 24 up here if we wanted to. With our rasterized 24, what I'm going to do is duplicate it 2 times and have one for the left side and have one for the right side. On this left side here, I'm going to erase the 2 from it, and on the right side, I'm going to erase the 4 from it. And now we're going to take our 4 and we're going to put it up here in our sleeve area, somewhere right about here, just so we can get a hint of, that there are numbers on the side of our mockup, and we can also make sure that that's lined up with the direction that our stripes are going as well. And now we're going to take our 2 and we're going to place this in the same location on our other side, of course. So now let's merge our sleeves here, and we can call this our sleeve numbers. And then we have our outline and our 24. So now that the base of our mockup is set, I'm going to start adding in some extra detailing to really make this mockup pop. So what we're going to do is add in another layer, and this is going to be our shadows. So I'm going to just rename that really quick. And now that we have our highlights and our shadows set, and now what we're doing is we're going to add in a drop shadow to our 24 design. So we can go up here to our selection and pull this down slightly, and that's looking pretty nice already, but we're going to take it a step further. So we're going to go here to our adjustments, and then we're going to go to Gaussian blur. Now here on our Gaussian blur layer, we're just going to pull it to the right slightly, and as we see, it's basically just blurring what we have selected, which is that 24 below. So I think I'm going to go with a Gaussian blur of about, let's call it 15. I'm going to drop the opacity on that to probably about 50, and just make sure that looks nice where it's set. So now what I want to do is add in one last detail, and this is going to be our stitching. So let's rename this stitching. And here I'm going to go to Quatro's brushes and locate the plain stitch brush. And I'm just going to have this selected again to this pink color. Again, with these straight lines, we're just going to draw them out and then hold one time, and then just start connecting the lines like so, and kind of outlining everything. It should look something like that. And now we're going to copy this detailing onto our 2 as well. And yeah, I think that about wraps up our design today. So really quick, what we can do is go ahead and package all of this up. So that's just a swipe right on everything, and then we're going to group it, and we can rename this our brown and pink. And then let's go ahead and duplicate this, and then we're going to flatten this group, call this our alternate. Okay, so here on our alternate layer, just a quick little thing that we can do if we wanted to create some color variations or anything like that with our final design is go up here to the adjustments and then go to hue and saturation. So now what that allows us to do is kind of tweak and play around with the colors to kind of hone in, how we'd want our design to look. That's just how we quickly see some different color variations with our final design. And yeah, if you liked the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. The supply pack and other products of mine are available now on my site at quatrosupply.com. So if you're interested, definitely be sure to check those out. There's also a lot we didn't get to go over today, which is fine. Just be sure to leave a comment below of what you want to see more of, and I got you with that. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.